Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I am here on the show, and I'm here to talk about number 6 seed Tennessee beating number 11 seed Miami of Ohio, 78-56 reaction. So, Miami of Ohio season's over, man. Tennessee moves on. They had an insane performance from Jacoby Gillespie in this game. I believe he had 29 points. 9 assists, 3 steals. I believe he had 22 of those in the first half. He had 6 3-pointers. This game made 11 shots overall. The bigs were dominant. You know, J.P. Estrella with 14 and 10. Okpara with 12 and 5. They combined for, I think, like 12 of 17 or something like that with 26 points and 15 rebounds. Nate Ament, he only played 18 minutes, only took 3 shots, he had 3 turnovers. I still don't think he's 100% healthy right now, and I don't think he'll be 100% healthy until the end of the season, because when you suffer ankle injuries like that, like he suffered, it takes a bit to recover from those, so I don't think he's 100%. But Miami of Ohio didn't shoot well from 3. You know, Tennessee defended very well. Miami of Ohio hasn't played a team this physical, you know, all season with really good bigs, and then Jacoby Gillespie had one of his best games of the season. And Ethan Bird contributed nicely off the bench with 7 points, hit 2 threes. Amari Evans with 6. Dwayne Brown with 5. They out rebounded 42-25, forced 12 turnovers. Held Miami of Ohio to 7-29 from 3, shot 35% overall. Peter Suter had 27, but other than that, nobody else really did anything. Like Brant Byers, only 3 of 12. Elmer, 2 of 10. Was 0-7 from 3. But Miami of Ohio had a really good season. No matter what happened, they deserve to be here, obviously. Would have loved to see them try to pull off an upset, but not pretty into it. But what a season. You know, a lot of people will discredit them, but 32-2, undefeated regular season, proved they belonged in the field of 68. They definitely deserve to be here. It's just Tennessee was too much. They just imposed their will from the start. Jacoby Gillespie was 5 of 6 from 3 in the first half, 8 of 12. Really the big reason they were up, including their bigs. Were also a big reason why as well. You know, with Okpara and Estrella, the 3 big reasons they won this game. But they also shot 53% overall, hit 9 of 20 from 3. They made almost half their 3-pointers. And figured Miami of Ohio's run was going to end at some point. I was hoping they would put up a good fight here. They started off good, you know. They hit 5 out of their first 6 shots, but then Tennessee guarded them very, very well. The game was on Tennessee's terms, man. It wasn't on Miami of Ohio's terms after they started off 5 of 6 and hit 3 of their first 4 threes. The physicality, the toughness, they were physical with their offense and with Miami of Ohio's offense, and they just couldn't get loose, you know, for a bunch of open shots. They had to shoot really good from 3 to at least have a chance, and they just didn't. Gillespie was unbelievable, a high-level player. He was phenomenal. I think this game was as high as a 24-point lead. That's just how dominant Tennessee was in this game. I think at halftime it was 51-32, and then they started the half really good, and it was pretty much over from there. So Tennessee will move on to play Virginia. So that should be it's an interesting matchup there with Virginia. But yeah, really the game recap here. I'm not going to make this too long of a recap. You know, it's an ass whooping as well. Like, these games are blowouts. I don't want to make them too long of recaps to just yap on and on. But I guess I'll give a little game recap here. Is Miami of Ohio started off good, but Tennessee was getting some alley-oops. But Miami of Ohio was making their threes early, but Tennessee just smothered them, got more physical, was guarding the 3 very well, and then Jacoby Gillespie was going insane. And then by the time it's halftime, it's 51-32, 19-point lead, and it got to about 24 points, and ended with a 22-point lead. So Tennessee, after the first few minutes of this game, really controlled it. But credit Miami of Ohio, still a really phenomenal season. Doesn't take away from what they did this year, 32-2 record. They just ran into a team that was just physical and they just couldn't get loose. Nobody could really get loose outside of Peter Suter. Nobody else really did anything in this game, and they had to shoot for them to have a shot, because I figured Tennessee would probably cook offensively, but I thought the thing they had to do was make threes, and they just didn't have it today. But 78-56 your final score. Tennessee moves on. They improved to a 23-11 record, 78 points, 51 in the first half, 27 in the second half. Miami, Ohio ends their season 32-2, 56 points, 32 in the first half, 24 in the second half. Antoine Woolfolk, 3 points, 1 of 2 from the field and 3, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Brant Byers, 9 points, 3 of 12 from the field, 1 of 6 from 3. 6 rebounds. Peter Suter, 27 points, 7 of 12 from the field, 4 of 7 from 3, 9 of 10 at the line. Scaljack, 4 points, 2 of 4 from the field. Elmer, 4 points, 2 of 10, 0 of 7 from the field. Almar Atlason, 3 points, 1 of 4 from the field and 3. Justin Kirby, 2 points, 1 of 4. And Trey Perry had 4 points and was 2 of 6. They shot 35% from the field, 7 of 29, 24% from 3, 11 of 14, 79% in the line. 25 boards, 8 assists, 12 turnovers, 8 steals, 3 blocks, 8 O-boards, 17 D-boards, and 14 fouls. For Tennessee, Nate Ament, 0 points, 0 3 from the field, 3 rebounds, 3 turnovers. Caparo, 12 points, 5 for 5 with 5 rebounds. Estrella, 14 points, 10 rebounds, 7 of 12 from the field. Jacoby Gillespie, 29 points, 9 assists, 11 of 21 from the field, 6 11 from 3 with 9 assists and 3 steals. Bishop Boswell, 5 points, 1 of 3 from the field and 3. Dwayne Brown, 5 points, 2 for 4. Ethan Burke, 7 points, 2 of 3 from the field and 3. Mari Evans, 6 points, 3 of 7 from the field, 5 rebounds. They shot 53% from the field, 9 of 20, 45% from 3, 7 of 10, 70% at the line. 42 rebounds, 19 assists, 16 turnovers, 5 steals, 2 blocks, 13 boards, 29 D-boards, and 14 fouls. So yeah, that's all to say for this game. Let's go over some other stuff from today so far. Virginia ended up beating Wright State 82-73. You know, they avoid an upset. Jakari White had probably definitely his game of the season. I think he had 26 points, and he hit 6 3-pointers in this game. So, career game from him. LeBaron Philon ended up with, I think, 29, 8, and 7. They beat Hofstra. Utah State ended up beating Villanova. MJ Collins. Utah State shot the ball poorly, but they were still up because of MJ Collins and how good he was tonight. I think Iowa and Clemson's on right now. Iowa State ended up beating Tennessee State, but Joshua Jefferson got hurt. I think he suffered a sprained ankle. His status is unknown for the game against my Wildcats, so I was thinking to win the game by a lot still, but that's still something to watch. We talked about Gillespie. As for Hofstra, you know, what's more about their guard do is they can return next season. Like Preston Edmeade was the CAA Rookie of the Year, Long Island native, and Cruz Davis is a senior, but he missed 90% of his sophomore season at St. John's, though. So, but we talked about the Kentucky game, Texas Tech, Akron. We recapped those. We talked about Tennessee State, Iowa State, Alabama, Hofstra. Arizona beat LIU like 92-58. And yeah, we still got more games tonight. Northern Iowa and St. John's is the one other game I'll recap tonight. And I think I'm going to recap the Warriors and Pistons and truck race in the same video. I might mention some other results from the March Madness games. UCF, UCLA, Queens, Purdue, Florida, Prairie View, Cal Baptist, Kansas, Furman, Connecticut, and Missouri, Miami. So, yeah, but that's all to say here for this video. So, leave a like, comment, subscribe for more. Peace.